Welcome to episode 9 of Asking Pedestrians About Parking in Wilmington. Before we get into the main part of the episode, we have an update from Carrie. All right, we're out here with Carrie once again, doing an update from episode 7. Carrie, it's been, since May 15th is when we emailed the city, let them know that, you know, your experiences, your car especially being towed twice for no apparent reason. And then, of course, a week later, we put out the video explaining this. We're now in early June, June 9th. Has there been any response at all from city officials?
No.
No emails, no phone calls, no requests for any additional information? No comment about we're looking into this?
Nope.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing at all.
And have you taken any other action, like contacting the Attorney General's office?
Yes, I did. I filled the complaint form out in full and put all the details, everything I need to put in there too.
Any response from the Attorney General's office? Nothing so far.
Nope.
So no city or state officials have even acknowledged that your car was basically taken from you with no cause at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
So that's our latest update with Carrie from episode 7. Stay tuned for more. And in this week's episode, we're going to take a look at how Wilmington compares to other cities when it comes to booting and towing. We're talking about towing and booting cars.
Towing and booting cars?
Towing and booting cars.
Tell me more.
So what you have here is a variety of cities across the United States. So what we have is a variety of cities, okay, in alphabetical order. Okay. Each of the cities boot and tow vehicles every year. As a percentage of the population, I want to try to match the right percentage with the right city. So for example, if you had a city with 100,000 people in the population and they boot and tow 3,000 vehicles, that'll be about 3% each year of the population. And I'll give you the first one, that 0.1%, that's Lynchburg, Virginia.
That's the only one I was going to say.
That there.
Score.
Okay. And so now the rest of the numbers just keep getting higher and higher.
I see that. I'm going to guess. Evanston.
Okay. And then 2%.
Okay. Newark.
Okay. 3.3%.
Santa Barbara.
Okay.
Washington, 3.9%. Chicago.
But the next one up is 1.2%. Who do you think, which city do you think boots and tows 1.2% of their population? And the numbers keep going up from here.
Newark? I think it's Newark. Or Evanston?
I don't know. It's like college town.
Well, listen, I'll tell
and we're talking about just booting and towing, not ticketing.
I would say Evanston, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know where Evanston, Illinois is, so we're going with that.
It's a suburb of Chicago. So.
Okay, we'll go with that.
You want to say Evanston?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to say Washington, D.C. is high as well. California, we're real cool in California. My family's from the West Coast, and I don't know, I kind of think it's low over there. I've never heard of Evanston, Illinois.
It's a suburb of Chicago, if that helps.
I think that Chicago might be high.
1.2%, I might go with Illinois, Wilmington, Delaware.
All right. Okay. How about 2.0%?
2%. Santa Barbara, California. I know it's a very animated city, but I know people tend to be really nice there. So I might give them 2%.
All right. Which one does 1.2% of their
Is that
population?
the next highest?
That is the next highest. We're gonna go in order here. So we're gonna climb the ladder.
That's going to be Evanston, Illinois.
Evanston, Illinois at 1.2%. How about 2%? 2.0%.
I feel like this is like a trick question. Like Newark's going to have like the most. It's going to be like 100%. But I want small town. Lynchburg small, Evanston small.
Now again, it's percentage
I'm
of population.
guessing, right? Percent of population, but
this is all
maybe
per
they're
capita. So
yeah, they're very like friendly, right? I'm not going to tell you.
Santa Barbara.
Wow. You want to go let's go Santa Barbara. Okay.
Santa Barbara, it's 2%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you think Chicago or Washington has to be the highest?
Yeah. Let's do Chicago 8.9. Then the next highest, maybe Washington.
Yeah. Okay.
So Chicago is actually only 3.3%.
That's one of my choices.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
okay.
Evanston.
3.9%.
So far, I'm batting 0. Okay.
We know you got Lynchburg there.
We know that one.
Newark, Delaware, only 1.2%.
Whoops. Okay.
All right. Santa Barbara, California is 2%. You did get Washington, D.C. right. That's 4.8%.
That means Wilmington's the highest?
Wilmington does.
Get out of town. Listen, people, we got to fix that.
Oh my God, 8.9%, and it leaves Wilmington.
Chicago, 3.3%.
What? Is
So that's
Wilmington
right.
8.9?
Wilmington, Delaware is 8.9%.
Chicago, maybe?
Yeah.
I feel like DC is high too.
4.8?
Well, DC.
DC.
8.9%?
We're gonna go with Wilmington.
All the boots that I see every
I
time I walk down the street.
know.
Yeah.
Wilmington is 8.9?
So why does Wilmington tow and boot more vehicles per capita than so many other cities, arguably more than any other city in the United States? A, Wilmington residents don't know how to park, refuse to pay their tickets, so there needs to be 500 boots and tows per month, which is what it is on average. People from all over the Mid-Atlantic come to Wilmington to abandon their vehicles here, or the city of Wilmington set up a contract with a tow company where they only get money by keeping as many vehicles as they can. So get a little car stamp here and stamp next to whichever one you think it is. There we go. All right.
All about money.
All right, I'm going to talk through my thing. Again, this seems a little far-fetched to me, right?
I honestly think it's A.
But the needs to be is what throws me off, right? But if there is a quota, which the worst thing you want to hear about, like law enforcement quota. So I'm going to go, and then keeping many vehicles. So
the way the contract works, the contract.
He's convincing me of C right now.
The tow contractor bid that they would charge $0 for the tow, $0 for storage. But if they keep the car for 60 days, they get to keep the car.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's the incentive.
Sounds like I need to have a tow company.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what do you want me to do? A? Say yeah. Okay, gotcha. All right.
And
so this is an opinion, but so is there a right answer there or no?
Arguably.
So this is a fact.
That is a fact.
Is this a fact?
That's what I've heard claimed.
Okay, so debatable, totally debatable, right? This is somewhere you got, the deal. Okay, so I should open a tow company and keep cars. Get a license and tow cars, and zero, but you charge $0, so they're doing it in the hopes that they own the car when it's over with.
500 boots and tows per month, geez.
So
Probably C.
C.
Probably C, because literally right next to my apartment they put up a sign for a towing company saying they'll tow us if we park there.
So this is
I'm going C.
Yeah, stamp me a C.
okay.
C.
As you can see, Wilmington boots and tows more vehicles per capita per year than any other city we could find. In fact, it's interesting, if you were to go into the city-county building and take a look at the first floor, you would see that the whole thing has basically become a processing center for tow release forms. Again, hundreds of people, probably each week, having to go through this process of trying to get their vehicles back after being towed. And the big question, like Carrie's, is why? Essentially,
November 2022.
more information.
Prior to that, I had paid tickets on a vehicle that had a boot that ticket was never on the printout. I brought this printout down here to him. He was like, yeah, well, they must have missed the ticket. I said, well, how is that my fault? I said, because now y'all didn't charge me penalties, late fees, and everything for it.
Coming up in our next episode, we ask the question, what if I'm wrong? If an independent investigation is conducted and it turns out that I am completely wrong on all of this, then what should I do to show contrition?
This is a riot.
Write an open letter of apology to be posted on all social media channels that feature the videos produced. Produce a series of videos outlining how wrong I was. Or stand for at least an hour each week for 3 months at different points in the city with a giant sign outlining how wrong I was. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the continued encouragement, for the stories that are coming our way. We look forward to seeing you again next time for episode 10 of Asking Pedestrians About Parking in Wilmington. And don't forget, you can see all these episodes and more at appealingwilmington.com.
Our company has to get, vehicles registered through the DMV, and they said, oh, you can't register this vehicle because there's a City of Wilmington open parking ticket. We go to look into the parking ticket, it is paid in full. We call the city and they can't help us, so we call back the DMV. They can't help us, they don't know what we're talking about. Call back the city, again they can't help us, and then magically we said let's just try to get it registered again, and it worked. And no one seemed to help either way. It just happened to work, but we think the phone call stirred something up and someone did something.
Gosh, I'm so glad you allowed me to weigh in, considering that tearful young woman, new graduate from Delaware State University, and literally left my office in tears after being there for 5 minutes today because her car was booted.